Hello, welcome back. I told you I had the Commodore 128 box that I thought had a 128 in it, but it had magazines. So here, look, it's Ahoy, October 1986. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's kind of ripped up. The back cover's not great. It's Computes Gazette, October 1984. Here's Compute, Alien Action, 64 Science Fiction, October 1988. Ahoy, August of 87. This is just a little, I can only grab a little bit. The box is so heavy I can barely move it. Computes Gazette, August 1986. Computes Gazette, November 1986. Computes Gazette, August of 84. Computes Gazette, and these look like they've been read. They're not like brand new. May 1986. Ooh, look. It's an ad on the back for the Commodore 128, I think. Yep, Commodore 128. Compute. August 1988. Compute. I guess maybe they went back to one thing. July 1988. Hey, is that a, no? Thought that was the elusive Commodore 128 portable thing. Compute. June 88. Compute. September 88. Compute. November 88. Whoa, 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 wait, is this thing? Look, this has some IBM thing, some Mac thing, and look, there's a Commodore PET. Imagine. I don't know if we did this. Yeah, we did. We did. Oh, okay. This is a little square. Oh yeah, the back of the cover is missing. Is there? The personal computers are for everybody. How come they're priced for nobody? Da, 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 da. And then, of course, what's at the bottom? The Commodore 64. And what is this? Compute Gazette, January 85. Oh, maybe that is the back cover from this. Maybe it's something else. Oh well. Whatever. Compute Gazette, June 1988. And finally, oh, something that seems to be missing the cover. It looks otherwise in good shape. Oh, Compute. Volume, oh, March 1989. I wonder, is there anything from Mr. Butterfield in here? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Huh. Maybe not. Or what year was this? 89. Oh well. You never know, you know. So now, oh, I've got so many magazines to move up here. Oh, and go through. Oh, yes. So many magazines, so little time. Now, this thing here, I know what happened here. It's got a broken key right here. This is another Commodore 128, rather yellowed. On the bottom it says, works. Diag reports both 6526 chips bad. Well, That is possible. It is possible. But remember, sometimes the diagnostics, you know. There's a thing Rudy from Rudy's Retro Intel has that actually tests chips. I should see about that. Okay. Okay, finding the monitor. So this one supposedly will work. But mind you, I don't know when. Anyway, this key that got broken, I know I did this. I know I was kind of trying to line things up and get things just so, and caught it on something, and that's what happens with a lot of these machines. Everything is great, and there's always one key. It's usually something at the edge, something at the top that gets caught. Anyway, the keys are filthy. Okay, so the 4080 is up. Let's turn it on. That's looking good. Let's say go 64. Oops. 64. Are you sure? Yes. Shazam. So that seems to work. So we'll hit the 4080. We'll hit the reset switch. And of course it will go away. So we press the button. And there it is. So besides being yellowed, and besides having a broken key that I'm sure that I did, oh, look at that. You hit a function keys and it says list. Imagine. I guess while I'm here, I should check the keyboard. Oh, what happened? Oh, I hit the return key. Looks good. Tab, yep, tabbing. I don't know what the alt is. Caps lock, does that work? Yep. Help, help. Line feed, yep. 40 display, yep. No scrolls working. Sideways, down, up. Cursor, down. Shift key. Yep, it seems. Device not present error. That's exactly right. It does seem, except for that broken key that I know that I did, that it's okay. So, let's grab a data card. And also, remember, these things are pretty thick stock, so I'm not afraid to write on the machine and have stuff come through. But if you're just using paper, be careful. Works. Yellowed. F7 broken. And I know that was me. Keyboard. Works. Oh, you know what I should do now? I think it said that the SID worked. Anyway, let's plug in the Retro Rewind diagnostic cartridge, which is for the 64, and push the button in, and it will run. It will run. Where did I put? There's the Sharpie. And the SID is probably okay, but we'll see. And this keyboard and everything could use, well, it should come right apart. And everything should be washed. There we go. started okay. Test machine. From what I have seen, from most 128s, they are mostly all socketed. That's a good thing. So now, turn this off, pull out the cartridge, pull out the video, oh, pull out the power. There's the power. And then we'll flip this over. Works. Yeah. Okay, so now CA 1240293, and it was made at 0985. And of course, does it say where? No. Anyway, I'll just leave this other thing on here. Didn't put a date on it, but it's from a while ago, I'm sure. Probably about the same time as I tested the other one. So after this, I think we are going to get into doing some diagnostic-y stuff and testing stuff. Once we have 3 that seem to be working. Ta-da! Ta-da! And that's all good. It is good. It's a lovely, lovely thing to have 3 working 128s. Even 1 is good. But there's a bunch of these that are not working. And they're missing chips. And somewhere in the bag, I probably have chips. I probably do. Oh dear. I've been so tired with the heat exhaustion. And now, pink eye. Anyway. Alright, so now I have to decide, do I go get some of the ones that I know are missing things, or do I go to the car, where I know there's a 128 in the box? And that is a fine, fine question. I'm not sure. I suspect what I want to do is find as many of the ones that are working as I can, and have one of them open, and take chips out of other things, and put them in one at a time, and see what's what. Because, actually, there's another thing I should search up. What is the common failure on the Commodore 128? I know on the 64 it's the PLA chip, but it could be anything. There might be some common failure. There might be. I will have to ponder this. Anyway, thanks for coming. Have a lovely, lovely day. David Bradley here. I'm your host in the TV room. And right now I will, yes, as I say, I will ponder my next move. Bye for now.